Can a single overhead cable literally change the course of a World Cup match? It sounds unbelievable. Yet every football fan watching England versus Norway has been debating it. Seconds before England's equalizer, it looked like the ball hit a Spidercam cable hanging over the pitch. Norwegian players immediately pointed upward, insisting the ball had clipped the wire. Their goalkeeper Erling Haaland and coach Ståle Solbakken were convinced the ball fell straight down, as if something had redirected it. In football, if a ball hits an external object, play should be stopped and restarted. By that logic, Norway's 1-0 lead might have stood. But FIFA's official sensor data told a different story. Every 2026 World Cup ball carries an internal IMU chip measuring motion hundreds of times per second. FIFA's statement during the match said the sensor in the ball showed no peak in the heartbeat of the ball. In other words, the technology detected no contact with the cable, no spike, no impact. So what do we trust? What dozens of players and millions of viewers saw, or what the ball's smart chip recorded? That's the question dividing fans right now, and that controversy was only the beginning of an unforgettable quarter-final. Just before kickoff, almost everyone had picked England to win. Erling Haaland himself noted that England is one of the clear favorites to go all the way. Indeed, England boasted huge stars: Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, a deep, confident squad. Norway, by contrast, had surprised everyone. This was Norway's first World Cup quarter-final since 1998, led by the goal-scoring machine Haaland and playmaker Martin Ødegaard. Their fans were dreaming of history. From the first whistle, it felt like a true final. England dominated possession, but Norway defended doggedly and struck on the counter. Then, in the 36th minute, a sublime move. Ødegaard threaded a perfect pass. Andreas Schjelderup controlled it brilliantly and hit a curling shot into the net from outside the box. Norway won, England 0. The stadium erupted in red, white, and blue. Norwegian fans dared to hope. The Viking underdogs had suddenly shocked the mighty Three Lions. England looked stunned. They pressed for an equalizer before halftime, but Norway held firm. Every clearances, every interception by Norway only boosted their confidence. It looked like the upset might happen. Then, at the 45+2-minute mark, chaos. Norway's keeper Nyland launched a goal kick deep into England's half. On TV replays, something strange happened. The ball seemed to dip and stop dead in the air just before Anthony Gordon picked it up. England moved instantly. Gordon slid the ball to Jude Bellingham, one touch and fire, our goal. England 1-1, except the Norwegian players turned toward the sky in disbelief. "It hit the wire! It hit the wire!" They screamed at the referee. The sideline went crazy. According to Norwegian coach Ståle Solbakken, the ball fell straight down from the sky. It changed direction. Every angle on social media seemed to show the same. The ball's flight path looked unnatural, as if clipped by the Spidercam cable overhead. But referee Clement Turpin saw nothing and called for no review, so by the rules, play stood. England had their equalizer. At the break, we knew FIFA had already weighed in via their digital ball. There was no evidence that the ball touched the overhead wire. England's manager Thomas Tuchel noted that the new sensor tech should detect even a hair touching the ball, so they should be able to tell you if it happened, he said. So, after 45 minutes, it was 1-1, but nobody was relieved. Not Norway, still fuming. Not England, still shaken. The biggest controversy of the entire tournament was just beginning. Into the second half, and Norway refused to lie down. 10 minutes in, they thought they had done it again. A corner kick launched chaos. Patrick Berg hammered a shot that Pickford parried, only for defender Torbjørn Heggem to bundle it home. Torbjørn Heggem thought he was giving Norway a 2-1 lead. They sprinted away, embracing each other in disbelief, while thousands of Norwegian fans erupted inside the stadium. For a few unforgettable seconds, it felt like history was being written. Even Erling Haaland couldn't contain his emotions, turning toward a nearby television camera with a huge grin, convinced Norway had taken the lead once again. Then, everything stopped. Referee Clement Turpin suddenly raised a finger to his earpiece. The celebrations faded almost instantly. Every player on the pitch knew exactly what that gesture meant. VAR was checking the goal. The stadium, which had been deafening just moments earlier, fell into an uneasy silence. Nobody knew what the officials had spotted. The replay hadn't shown anything obvious, at least not at first. As television directors searched through every available angle, the focus shifted away from the goal scorer and toward Erling Haaland himself. Seconds before the ball reached the crowded penalty area, Haaland had engaged in a physical battle with England midfielder Elliot Anderson. Then came the crucial moment. Haaland extended both arms into Anderson's chest, forcing the young midfielder backwards just as the corner was arriving. It happened in less than a second, the kind of incident that often goes unnoticed during live play. But that's exactly what VAR is designed to catch, because under the laws of the game, if an attacking foul directly contributes to a goal, the entire sequence can be reviewed and the goal can be overturned. That's precisely what the officials were investigating. After nearly a minute of review, Turpin finally stepped back onto the pitch. He looked toward the players, shook his head, and signaled the decision. No goal. Attacking foul. The celebrations were over. Norway's dream had vanished in an instant. The emotional swing was enormous. Only moments earlier, their players believed they were leading one of the tournament favorites. Now they were back level, wondering how another huge decision had gone against them. Slow-motion replays painted a clearer picture. Haaland's push wasn't particularly violent, but it was obvious. Both hands made contact. Anderson lost his position. Without that contact, England's defender may well have challenged for the ball differently. That single movement became the difference between celebration and disappointment. Not everyone agreed with the decision, though. Many Norwegian supporters argued that similar physical battles happened during almost every corner kick. If referees punished every push inside the box, they claimed, very few goals from set pieces would survive. Others believed consistency was the real issue. Why was this particular incident judged so harshly while similar challenges often go unpunished? Former referees, however, largely defended VAR. According to FIFA's refereeing guidelines, the shove clearly affected Anderson's ability to compete for the ball. Whether Haaland intended it or not wasn't the important question. The effect of the contact was. And because that contact directly influenced the attacking phase that led to the goal, VAR was fully entitled to intervene. For Norway, though, that explanation offered little comfort. Manager Ståle Solbakken was visibly frustrated after the match. His players surrounded the referee as play resumed. The Norwegian bench could hardly believe they had lost another defining moment to a video review. Despite the disappointment, Norway refused to collapse. If anything, the decision seemed to energize them. They continued pressing higher, winning second balls, throwing more players forward with every attack. England suddenly looked nervous. Every misplaced pass was greeted by loud cheers from the Norwegian supporters. Every clearance felt more desperate than the last. As the clock ticked toward full time, the pressure kept growing. Then came another huge chance. Christopher Ajer rose highest from a cross and powered a header toward goal. Jordan Pickford was completely beaten. For a split second, the entire stadium thought it was in. Instead, the ball crashed against the crossbar. The sound echoed around the stadium. Norwegian players dropped to their knees. England had survived by inches. Had that header been just a few centimeters lower, we might be telling a completely different story today. Instead, the score remained level. 90 minutes weren't enough to separate the two sides. In extra time, England finally broke Norway's resistance. With a counterattack, Morgan Rogers struck a fierce shot that Norway's keeper Haaland saved, only to spill it. There, lurking perfectly, was Jude Bellingham. He tapped it in. England 2, Norway 1, in extra time. England had their lead at last, one that held to the final whistle. This quarterfinal will be remembered less for the soccer and more as a clash of perceptions. England move on to the semifinals. Norway's fairy tale ends with "we got robbed" sentiments from fans, and even from Haaland's father online. In the end, the video assistant and the invisible censors clashed with human sight. And maybe that's the new reality of football. The more tech we use to end controversies, the more controversies it sometimes creates. What do you think? Did FIFA and VAR get it right? Did the ball really never touch the Spidercam cable, as the data says? Or do you side with Norway's belief that they were unfairly denied? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you like deep dives into controversial matches like this and detailed football analyses, hit subscribe for more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.